Greetings everyone, my name is Fro. I make video tutorials helping folks be AI ready. Now the video we're going to show today is the video I wish somebody would make, and I look around, I'm saying that video doesn't exist. So here we are, I made the video. Hopefully this gives you some insights on the landscape. This will not be a specific demo, this will be a survey of the landscape and an orientation on the tools and the ecosystems, the players. Just to give you an idea, if you're kind of struggling, you're kind of going through this swamp and feeling the tsunami of projects and tools and demos coming out, what should you do? Which one should you care about? Hopefully this will give us a lay of the land. Now here is the screen. Just bear with me, I'll walk through this. If it looks busy, I promise it's really not meant to be that busy. So at the very top is, and I'm going to open up a site here. At the very top of our UI is the AI Ready Life. And this is thinking about what is it you want to accomplish for your life and what are the goals for that. And if you want to get started, I would say go over to the website. It's about, there are folks who make videos on using AI for building apps and doing PRs, merging into GitHub and building games. That is not what this channel is about. It's about thinking from first principles how AI can help your life and what AI models and tools are available to help you accelerate your health, your wealth, your taxes, your career for you, and whatever that means to you, thinking about it from that lens. Now, once you have a grand picture of that, which is AI Ready Life, the next thing is, well, what platform, what infrastructure, what orchestrating layer will work? There are many options, and I make video tutorials on a lot of these options. That doesn't mean you should go out and use every one of this. Part of me doing these demos and playing with them, experimenting with them, and making these videos is to show what it is. It's not to say, go out and use this. So to make this clear, so right now we've gone from level 5 to level 4. In here, you're going to want to pick an orchestrating layer. And there are many options, like Paperclip is what I talk quite a bit about. It resonates with me quite a bit. I use this as my daily driver. I have an army of agents in there that runs every morning, every week, sends me updates. Paperclip orchestrates all that for me. So here is an illustrative example of what I have in my production system. Now, I've also made videos on Moteca, which is kind of a Paperclip version. I think they compete, play in the same space. Is one or the other. In my opinion, you can either use Multica or you can use Paperclip. But think about all of this as that control plane where you have multiple agents in your life and you want to orchestrate those agents. You need a tool, you need a solution. You're going to be playing in here. And at this level, you have Paperclip, which I really like. Moteca, obviously. OpenClaw would be here. The difference would be OpenClaw tends to work with one agent. That's really what it's meant to be. It's very popular, extremely popular, I should say, but it works with one agent. If you want one agent, OpenClaw. If you want a fleet or an army of agents, then you're going to be looking at Moteca, Paperclip, as such. And then still at this level, you have things like Pi and Hermes, which is also becoming popular. And folks will say, but Fro, that's a lot. Which one should I use? Or what do you recommend? To me is, just because I make videos on Hermes and Paperclip and Moteca doesn't mean you should use all of them. My recommendation is pick one. Whatever works for you. If Paperclip works, use it. If Moteca works, use it. If Hermes works for you, use it. I think I get to see folks getting into this paralysis position of just trying to compare everything and then get stuck and not using a particular tool because they're just comparing. My recommendation is just pick one. Right now, I'm so heavy on Paperclip. I haven't fully switched to Multica because there is a cost to switching. And if the cost is not worth the effort, then I'm not going to go switch over. So just thought I'll share this because I think there's a lot of confusion usually in this layer of folks just trying to figure out which should I use. Now, below here, you will see things like Landgraph, Crow AI, AutoGen, NN8. These are all interesting. If I was doing this video 6 months ago, a year ago, I'll be talking about NNN or I'll be talking about Crow AI. But as of making this video today in 2026, these are not on the top of the list, right? So Paperclip and Moteca really, or maybe OpenClaw and Hermes or Pi, any of this will solve 99% or a majority of the problems that or the use cases you have. Now, What you haven't heard me talk about so far here is the models. You haven't heard me talk about Claude, Gemini, OpenAI, any of those, because we haven't gotten to that level yet. We're still at the orchestration layer. And good decisions have to be made here for you to have the solid foundation. Now, one level down from that would be really picking the harness that allows you. And I think harness is one of those terms that is, I think it's hard for people to define. I haven't seen anybody really define this that makes sense. And I'm not even going to attempt to define it. But let's just assume that we know what harness is and go for it, right? I know that is not very helpful, but everyone is talking about harness. So I'm just going to keep using harness. At this level, you're going to want to pick what actually gives you the models to run. So there are open source versions in here like OpenCode or OpenChamber, Ada as well. Now, Codex is not open source, but if you pick OpenCode as an example, this will give you the ability to bring in models to run, and I'll showcase that. And the idea being this is more open and local, if that's what you prefer. Now, if you prefer like the frontier proprietary models, then you're going to want to decide, are you on the Claude ecosystem, the Gemini ecosystem, the Codex ecosystem, the Cursor ecosystem, Ada, pick one. And again, most people will look at this list and get confused. It's so much, so many things going on in here, and they want to pick every single one of them. To me, is my daily driver is Paperclip and Claude. That is what runs my essentially life. Anything else I bring into that mix is ancillary. It's just to help. For you, yours might be Moteca and OpenCode because you prefer open source, and open source is important to you. That's fine. It doesn't mean you should force yourself to use Gemini if that's not your ecosystem, or Cursor if that's not your ecosystem. So pick one in here. I've also dabbled with anything LLM, but I don't use it as my daily driver. So pick one. At this level, Paperclip. At this level, maybe OpenCode, or maybe Claude Code, or maybe Gemini, or Claude. Knowing if you're going down the proprietary side, you're picking Claude or Gemini or Codex. If you're going towards the open source side, you may be picking like an open code. Now, what is OpenCode? I'll go down to one level to talk through that. So let's just pick OpenCode as an example. And the reason why I want to illustrate on OpenCode is because the moment you pick Claude, that kind of takes you to the end because Claude handles everything. It provides the model and a really good experience for what to use. So if you need Opus or Sonnet or any of the models, it just gives that to you. It hosts it and you don't have to worry about anything. But if you pick OpenCode, which is more of a CLI, so you can see the icon in here telling us that this is a CLI, we now go down to one level of decisions you need to make. What is the runtime behind that? That powers your OpenCode. So if I pick OpenCode, you have a couple of choices. If you're on Mac, then you probably want to look at OMLX. I've made videos around that. And OMLX, let me switch over here to showcase that. OMLX just gives you a way. This is my OMLX instance. It gives you a way to download and bring models to your environment. So in OMLX, if you want the QN, you want the Mistra, the Gamma, the DeepSeek, all of those models, Ollama, that people talk about, and saying, well, I'm running DeepSeek version R1 distill QA, like whatever it is, OMLX gives you a way to download that and run it on your Mac Apple Silicon. Now, if you don't want OMLX, you can use something like Ollama, which is also very popular. Before MLX, Ollama really is like the gold standard. Almost everybody I know talks about and uses Ollama. So you would install Ollama, install the models you want, connect Ollama to your OpenCode, and then use OpenCode in your Paperclip. So hopefully you kind of see the hierarchy here. And that's the reason why I was trying to make this video. Now, at this level here, level 2, should you install and use all of this? There is quite a bit going on in here. Ollama, OMLX. There is Jan, which is an app as well. There's GPT for all. There's LM Studio. There's Misty Studio. I can go on, and I actually have all of them installed below here if you ever want to see any of this, right? Ollama and OpenChamber and LM Studio, anything LLM. I have gone through and done the testing to see what all of these do. Hopefully making this video just to say, look, you don't need every one of those tools running on your instance. The reason why I have this machine is so I can run all of this. and make these videos to hopefully help somebody not have to install and do what I've done. All right, so in here, like I said, pick one. For me, if I'm going down the open source route, I would pick OpenCode and run my models with OMLX, and that's a choice you have to make. Or if I don't want OMLX, then I'll just go the Ollama route because it's popular and very, very known in the industry. Again, there are many other options that are available to use. Now, if you pick, say, OMLX as an example here, there is OMLX now has to physically take that model. The model essentially is a physical thing that runs, on disk. There's physics here at play. So that model, if you pick OMLX, it uses the GGUF and then actually runs that, which is Llama CPP, and actually runs that. You don't have to even bother installing this, right? This is more for awareness. So what you would do at the abstraction level would be to install OMLX. And once you have OMLX installed, if I go, let's see, if I go over, I'm going to bring this screen. This is what my OpenCode looks like. And in OpenCode, you can select models, and right here you would see models from OMLX showing up in here. So I showed you my OMLX before. If I want Gamma 4, this is now available in my OpenCode. So OpenCode is just the TUI, is the terminal user interface. Now, once you have OMLX installed in OpenCode, you can now have OpenCode run your paperclip. All right, so hopefully we'll see in the hierarchy. Now I'm in Paperclip. I'm going to pick my agent, chief of staff, go to configuration. In configuration, now I need an adapter. I need a runtime for this. So in here, the options are Claude Code. Obviously, we've talked about it. Hermes, Pi, or OpenCode. So at this level, you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. So now if I pick OpenCode, fine. One model within OpenCode. So at that level, I'm right here. So with Paperclip, you have to pick something. So OpenCode or Claude Code or one of these, once you make that choice for your day-to-day setup, now you have to pick the model that powers that. And in OpenCode, because I've selected OpenCode in here, my model could be, I unfortunately have multiple setups here. So I have Ollama set up, I have OMLX set up, I have OpenCode set up, just to give me variety. And what you see is there is repetition. There is Gamma 4 here, there is Gamma 4 in Ollama, there's Gamma 4 in OMLX. Do I need both? Absolutely not, because it's wasting space on my machine. Ideally, I would just pick one. OMLX, if that's what you want, select that, and now you have the model, the physical model. This is the intelligence level. This is where physics actually happens. Bytes, ones and zeros, where this model is doing the inference, is doing the work. And it's passing that to my OpenCode as an adapter running on my control plane here, which is Paperclip. Same thing will happen if I was using Moteca as my control plane. You would pick Moteca as your control plane. You really don't need Moteca and Paperclip. To me, it's one or the other as your control plane. And then within that, you will set up your runtime. That runtime, again, could be OpenCode, and OpenCode will give you access to models that are on OMLX, right? So this is kind of a survey of the landscape, and I wanted to make this video just to give an orientation so you have an idea of where things kind of land. You don't have to do every single one of this. You don't have to use anything LLM or LLM Studio or LM Studio if you don't have to. And this is actual, let me show this. Let's say you pick Paperclip here as an example. Paperclip now can power, and I thought this was actually cool to see visually. Paperclip now, your AI Ready Live, which is the website we talk about. And thank you for those that have grabbed this to support. Even if you don't use it, it supports the channel. I'm looking at ways to monetize this channel even more. So for those who have grabbed it, thank you. It really helps. So going back into this, you start with AI Ready Live, which is why you're doing this in the first place. Now, Paperclip can be your control plane, or if you don't want Paperclip to be your control plane, you could have your control plane just being Claude Desktop, which is what I talked about here in the setup, and you get a set of plugins to get you started. Now, with Claude, with Paperclip, you can decide, do you want to go the OpenCode route, which is more open source, or do you want to go the Claude route, which is proprietary and hosted? So if you make a choice to go OpenCode, Now, with OpenCode, you have to decide, do you go with Ollama or you going with OMLX? If you decide with OMLX, then now you're going down. OMLX will give you a set of models, and then it runs the models on Apple Silicon. At this level, you really don't have to install anything. Just know that you're making a choice with OMLX. But at this route, if you came to Paperclip and decided that Claude is the ecosystem of choice for you, now with Claude, you can definitely use Claude and their models directly, Anthropic APIs, or you can use Claude with Ollama, or you can actually use Claude to MLX. I don't think I've tried it, but I think you can pass through Claude Code to MLX and then go down as such. So hopefully this kind of gives you the hierarchy. At any point in time, just make choices. You really don't have to use all. And that is the takeaway from this video. I get it. It's overwhelming. It's like a tsunami. New things are coming out every day. That's why I think I'm here to be at the forefront of it, to test this, share this, so you don't have to. But hopefully this gives you an orientation. My day-to-day setup, like I've echoed, is usually mostly Paperclip for orchestration. Day-to-day work, I'm in Claude Code, spending time on the CLI, Claude Code, the CLI. That's day-to-day where I spend time. And then every now and then I will tinker, if need be, with OMLX. And OMLX is just new for me. And that is enough. And that is how this stack is simplified. So hopefully this was helpful. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Share this with somebody that might get value out of it. This is Fro. I make video tutorials on AI, helping you be AI ready. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next demo.